This video will explain to you how to solve an apparently intractable problem with a Hayward Star Clear and Star Clear Plus filter for a pool. In my case, I was running the filter days on end, and the water was only getting worse and worse. I was not able to clean it out. I do generally, especially at the beginning of the season, put a cartridge in, and then I put a coating of diatomaceous earth, DE, to cover the filtering surface to help filter out small particles. In this case, the DE was going right through the filter and back into the pool and getting dispersed, and it was making it impossible to clean it out. The pool water was totally dark. You couldn't see through it. It was just very, very blurry. Anyway, I've taken some steps already to show you what's going on here, but you'll be able to follow very, very easily. So here's the filter. This is the pump. What I do is I shut down those two valves that are going to the pump, and I open this vent valve. Obviously, I turn the pump off, open the vent valve so that the water will go out through this return line, which is actually closed right now, back to the pool. And when the water has dropped in here, which is only going to take about 30 seconds, if that much, you can go ahead and close that valve again. So all the valves are closed. You can unscrew this and you can take the dome off. And here is the cartridge filter that's dirty right now. So you take it out, and you can see that in this filter, I'm going to try and get some more water out of here right now. In this filter, there's this metal rod, which is the cover, or the dome screws onto that. And there's also this other line, which is a pretty much clear plastic line, and that is the main culprit. In my case, when I put a cartridge in here, I caught the end of this and I pushed it down, which bent that line, and it was caught between this flange down here and the bottom of the cartridge, and it just pinched it. The problem was that then became a bypass for the water to just go right through that area from the intake of the filter to the outside of the filter without filtering, and that was the problem. What I've done now is I have put a zip tie over here to hold this tube tight against this rod so it won't slip and fall. And then this is also it comes with this little plastic tab to help keep it all together. So that is the problem, and that is the solution. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and put your clean cartridge in, which in my case is a brand new Hayward cartridge. There it is. It sits right there. You take the dome and put it on there and just screw it back in again. And that's it. You're back in business. What I do is I open up all the valves. I plug in the pump. Once the water starts to squirt out of this vent, I close the vent and I'm back in operation. I hope that helps somebody, because that was a major problem for me, and I was ready to just buy a whole new filter for about $850 plus the installation involved. And this seems to have solved the problem for me. Good luck.